Well, another beautifuful day in Kamloops, BC, British Columbia, Canada, which is where I call home now. My name is Gary David Currie. I originally came from Ontario. And this is where I've been living the past 7 months, and I'm probably not going back. I pretty much love it here. So, I'm out on a daily hike, is what I like to call them, or try to get out as much as I can. As you can see behind me, this fantastic, kind of looks like a monolith. These are left over through volcanic activity. Amazing. To either side, there's more of those. Plus, right behind the camera, beautiful creek running. Up and down the creek, just a little further down, there's a Chinese mining camp from back in the late 1800s, 20s, and around there sometime. And even further down, people still pan for gold. It's a fun family activity. They just get out and have a good time. But I'm not really here to talk about that today. I just wanted a beautiful setting to talk about what I wanted to talk about, which is basically my core message. As you know, or if you don't know, I'm a musician, artist, writer, and just, I forgot to tell this last time, I'm just a regular working guy too. I have a business where I go out and I'm a contractor. I work for a living just like everybody else, and everything else I do beyond that is my passion, what I love to talk about, what I like to champion in the world, which is really one thing. And that one thing is truth. Now, it is the one thing I cannot get everybody, even two people, to agree upon. Because everybody likes to think that they know the truth, probably me too, and that we're the ones that have it right. Are we? I have no idea. Maybe we are, maybe we're not. Maybe you got it right, maybe the guy down the street's got it right, maybe someone over in China's got it right. I really don't know. I really don't know anything 100% as an absolute. And that's kind of where I start from. So for me, everything's going to be what's called best guess scenario. And the best guess we have right now is to use the scientific method of discovery to tell us what's true and what's not true. And rather than go through some big, long, boring, scientific, intellectual way of telling it, I'm just going to keep it really simple. And here's how it works. You disagree? Let me know. You observe something, you see something. So you ask yourself a question. Then you set about saying, hey, maybe I have an answer to that question. If you don't, then you're going to try and figure it out. So you make what's called a hypothesis, which is, this looks like a reasonable answer, so I'll give it a shot. And now you go about testing it. So you might say, if I step in the water, what will happen? Well, based on the fact that I know water a bit, I might get wet. So you do it, and if you get wet, then your hypothesis has been confirmed. Now, that's pretty much the method, and we can reach one of three conclusions. One, we support our answer, which means it's confirmed. And again, this is not an absolute 100% yes. This is beyond a reasonable doubt. This is our best guess right now. Two, we refute it, say, no, the data or the information we collected or the experiment we did just didn't support what we thought. And third answer, we suspend judgment. This is the one that people have most of the problems with. They don't like to say these little words called, I don't know. Personally, I don't have a problem with it at all, because there is tons of shit in this world that I just do not know. Tons and tons. And if anybody thinks they do know something, I'm pretty sure they're fooling themselves. They can have a good idea. Like I said, they can have a best guess on it, and it might be true, but really, they just don't know. So for anyone, this is one of my biggest problems in the world, for anyone that goes around declaring or making a claim that they absolutely know something to be true, and we see that everywhere, especially with the biggest problem I see today, which are claims of the supernatural, which we could put into religion, anything that's beyond the realm of what we know as the natural world or all that is real, which is really what truth is. And this is my problem. Because once you make that claim as an absolute, you now close your mind, don't open yourself up to any inquiry, any investigation, and you're just saying, I'm right, you're wrong. How can that be? It's just idiocy to me. You might be right, you might be wrong. Hell, like I said, we all might be wrong. We might be living inside a complete illusion, a computer game. Who knows? I don't know where we came from. And I have no problem saying I don't know. Here's where it gets really tricky. Beyond that, beyond saying I know, they're going to tell me or anybody else, and you can't prove me wrong. Well, of course I can't prove them wrong. But why would I want to? Why would I want to prove something wrong that hasn't even been proven right? That's just ridiculous. We can all make silly claims in life and say to you, hey, you can't prove me wrong. There are the Three Stooges flying around Mars right now. Prove me wrong. No. If I make that claim, I have to prove that it's right. That it's true beyond a reasonable doubt. Just really wish people would stop making these claims of God, healing rocks, whatever you want to call it. Anything that, oh, look at this, a wasp right in my hat. Oh, better get rid of him. All right. Whatever you want to call it, if it's not reasonable, if you don't have good reason, good evidence to back it up, you really shouldn't be believing it. But if you want to, go ahead. I really don't care. This brings me to my core message, which is, I will put down in two terms. I've broken it down this way. One, seek the truth always, which is, first we have to define the truth. And I have defined it. Put my answer out, put my definition up for scrutiny, and let's talk about it. Really, it's very simple, my definition. Truth, or reality, is all that is, as opposed to all that is not. I'm pretty sure this encompasses everything around us. So if someone says to me, well, you know, you might have an alternate reality, an alternate universe. And they might, but that would still be part of all that is. Even if there was 1 billion universes, it would still be all that is. Secondly, my motto is, do no harm. So if you want to believe in God, whatever God you want, fairy tales, you want to believe that the moon is made of cheese, I don't care. Go ahead. As long as it's not doing any harm, and it doesn't affect the rest of the world, I don't have a problem with it. In fact, I support your right to believe what you want to believe. Where I have a problem is when those beliefs start to cause harm for everybody else. And everybody else should have a problem with that too. I don't see why you don't. So I think it's time we just really sat down and said, is what I believe probably true? Do I have good reasons to believe this? Other than I had a dream one night, other than I was sick and all of a sudden I was better. Someone told me their testimony and I got all excited because my life sucked ass and I wanted it to be better. So I turned to whatever it was for the moment. To me, those are not good reasons. I don't care if everybody on the earth believed that God was true, it still would not be a good reason. And there really is only one reason that people believe. It's what we call the argument from ignorance. And it states basically what I said before is, until you can prove me absolutely wrong, I'm going to believe this to be true. That is really, really stupid. Really. I'll let you